Don't you hate it when a real estate agent says that a neighborhood has something for everyone? This honestly couldn't be more overplayed. But I'm going to promise you that I'm not just saying that as a real estate agent myself. This is actually the truth with this neighborhood. Chelsea really does have something for everyone. You have the buzzing vibe of the city in this neighborhood, but you also have some quiet streets as well. There's fine dining in this neighborhood. There's casual spots in this neighborhood. It really does have something for everyone, and you pretty much can't beat the location here. If you are new to New York City, I highly recommend Chelsea. There's always going to be good and bad things to find within every neighborhood, not only in New York City, but in the entire world. But the reason I love Chelsea as a place to move to if you're just moving to New York City is because it really does have such a great New York City vibe to it. When a lot of people are new to New York City, they don't typically love moving to a neighborhood that is very quiet and residential because sometimes it doesn't have the true New York City feel that people are looking for when they're moving to New York City. And then they feel like they're not getting the true New York City experience. As a real estate agent, I hear that all the time. Now, remember at the beginning of the video when I said that this neighborhood has something for everyone? That's because if you aren't new to New York City, but you still want to consider Chelsea, there are quieter streets, kind of like on the outskirts of the neighborhood, that could be a good fit for you as well. So now you can see why there's literally something for everyone. Now, if you're moving to New York City and you're looking to save money, this neighborhood might not be the best option for you. Chelsea apartments are definitely going to come at a price. I have seen some people find good room prices if you're willing to consider moving to the city with roommates, but those can even be hard to come by nowadays. It's not exactly known as a cheap and affordable neighborhood. There are a ton of amenities in this neighborhood. I mean a ton. You have the West Side waterfront just steps away in this neighborhood. You have food halls, great takeout spots, top dining. You have gyms, you have fitness centers. The shopping options are also pretty great here as well. And I don't mean like high-end shopping, even though you do have that in some of the surrounding neighborhoods as well, in the Meatpacking and in Hudson Yards. But I mean like everyday shopping, grocery shopping, just grabbing things here and there and doing errands. You have Whole Foods, you have Trader Joe's, you have Fairway. And if you don't know what Fairway is, it's a local grocery store here that's very, very popular. Then you have Bed Bath & Beyond, you have TJ Maxx, you have Marshalls in the surrounding areas as well. Like there's literally everything here. Home Depot is even in the Flatiron district, so you have that as well. There is so much here in the area. And that's why I always say that Chelsea is just such a convenient neighborhood. So if you plan on relying on public transportation a lot, then Chelsea is a great neighborhood for that as well. You can't go wrong because the options here honestly can't be beat. If you live all the way west in Chelsea, it will be a little bit harder for you to use the subways because the subways in New York City typically don't run all the way west or all the way east. So you're gonna have to come in to get a subway. But that area is also serviced by buses as well, so you have that option. But overall, if you rely on subways to get to work, or if you just rely on subways to get around New York City, then Chelsea is gonna be a great neighborhood for that. The location of Chelsea is also so great. Chelsea is a downtown neighborhood, but it's not all the way downtown like some of the lower Manhattan neighborhoods. So why does that matter? Because honestly, it's a pretty central location for Manhattan. It's pretty easy to get all the way downtown to Midtown, or even to Uptown if you need to go there. You also cannot beat the surrounding neighborhoods as well. You have the Flatiron District, you have the Meatpacking District, Hudson Yards, and then you have the West Village. If you're familiar with those neighborhoods, you know how amazing it is to be so close to all those neighborhoods. There's so many shopping and dining destinations between all those neighborhoods combined. You're literally not gonna have to leave this little bubble of New York City if you don't want to. I definitely recommend moving to Chelsea, whether you're new to the city or you have lived in New York City for quite some time now. You might want to spend some time in the neighborhood, if you can, actually walking the different streets of the neighborhood. Why do I recommend this? Because the street that you choose to live on in New York City can really make or break your experience here. You might love one block and then go over literally 1 or 2 blocks and despise that area, yet it's in the same neighborhood. And this is why I think it's so important to actually get a feel for yourself walking around, and also at different times of day as well. And there are plenty of times as a real estate agent where I'm working with a client and this literally happens. They will love a neighborhood overall, but then they'll find a few different streets that they have no interest in living on whatsoever. So I hope this helped you figure out if Chelsea could be right for you. Now, I would love to know, would you ever live in Chelsea, or are you considering a move to Chelsea right now? As always, I just love hearing from you guys in the comments.